Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear
Good
you.
morning. Okay, I'm speaking since last 10 minutes. Can we start? Can we start? You're not responding anything.
Because I was not able to hear you. Just now I'm able to hear you.
Okay. Okay, let's start. Give me a second. Let me check in the screen. So I hope yesterday you're clear with the variables. What variable is what Python is. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes, I was there.
All right. So every day try to practice. Even you don't practice anything else apart from what has been taught, that is also okay. Because see, we have alter the program in such a way that it's a from the point of industries or market, when you're going to enter into the market and start applying for the job, when you start putting the CVs. So whatever the questions can be have, whatever the concepts can be have, whatever the logics can be have, we have designed in such a way to curriculum that you are able to crack the interview. Right? Once you get into the company, from there your job role starts. Right? From there we are not going to be there. Right? Now let's start. So the next part I'll say. So we're going to learn operators in Python. Okay. Now, first thing, what are the operators? Now we learned in the mathematics, right? Okay, because on the screen. I hope my screen is visible. What is date today? It's 7/03/2024. Right? Okay. So we are going to learn operators in Python, right? So what are the operators in Python? Now suppose when you want to do a particular calculation, what you need is an operator, right? Now, when I don't want an addition, so I need to use the plus symbol. When I have to do a division, I have to use backslash symbol. So suppose if I want to do different calculations, like multiplication, I need to use the star. There are different operators that are going to be used in the Python. Because when you're talking about the things, right? So you might come across a work that you're working for a finance sector, right? In the finance sector, we are going to play with a lot of digits. So you need to know how do you perform a particular mathematical operations with the help of the mathematical operators. There are five types of operators. One is the arithmetic operator. Now, what arithmetic operator consists of? Arithmetic consists of those arithmetic operation that we learned in the schools, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, and so on. Next is uh, assignment operator. Now, what is assignment operator? So, assignment operator are used to assign the values to the variable. Got it? So now, instead of explaining me what kind of or what categorical type of operators do exist, we'll do one by one so that is easily you're easily able to understand the things. Okay. So let me write down the things. Is my screen visible? First, you are going to learn is an arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator. So arithmetic operator consists of arithmetic operator consists of six types. How many types? Six. What are those? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent, and lower division, as I have written on the screen. Okay. See, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent, and division. I hope at least these four you are aware about. If you are aware about these three also, then it's an advantage. If not, it is okay. Okay, so let's start first one. What is the first one? Is used for addition. So why are operators are required? So operators required. Why we started with the first topic of an operator? Because when you're talking about something like this way, right? When you're having a values, example A is equals to 10 and B is equals to 20. So you are going to perform a certain operation, maybe addition, subtraction. That is why for that purpose we needed operators. Right? In that first we are learning is an arithmetic operation. When A this now A and B, what are those A and B? What you will call this A and B? What are those A and B? What is A and B?
Variables.
Yes, we learned
Variables.
yesterday A and B are
Yeah.
what are variables. When I say A plus B, right? What will happen? Then whatever the values are required, like 10, and then whatever the value is that B. So that will perform an addition, right? And now I need to store this into a result because this is an operation. Best practice is that when you're trying to do an operation, whenever you're trying to do a certain kind of operation, assign a value back to a new variable. So this is an operation, right? What kind of operation? Addition. So I'm trying to assign it
Addition.
to a new variable C. Yes, we are trying to assign to a variable C. Because the best practice is that whenever you're trying to do any kind of operation, just trying to make to understand what is operation. Operation here is nothing but an addition. So whenever you do any kind of an operation, assign the value because we are going to generate a result over here. So the result always should be assigned to a new variable. So C I have taken a variable. When I say print C, what I get is an output A plus B. Now you might ask, sir, why we have taken a variable over here. Now this is one example I have taken A is equal to 10. Imagine if I want same value, that is a 10 value, or if I want to value 20, where I want to do a subtraction. This is a normal example. This is a normal example. If I want to, when you will proceed ahead to the moderate level and advanced level, you understand why we need a variable. I suppose if I want to use this 10 value, I want to use this 20 values, 20, right? Same 10 and 20. And now I want to do subtraction. So every time in the coding, so if you want to be a very nice and clean, sustain yourself in the IT industry, you need to be a very good coder. So now if I want to use that it was that value, I always cannot declare a variable called A is equal to 10 and then B is equals to 20. Got it? That means what you're doing a garbage coding because you're increasing your line of coding again and again. So how do you do that? Now I know that the value of 10 is assigned to a variable called A. The value of 20 is assigned to the variable called as a B. So instead of writing that A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20 again and again, what I'll do is that I'll just use that variable. So that is the use of variable. I'll use that variable to perform my operation. So just if I say A minus B, if I assign to and assign to a variable back, what is a D is equals to. And if I print D now, I print D, what I'll get is 10 minus 20. So the output is minus 10. So look at it. Here I have not a returned line of code again and again. It is A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. Why? Because I already have written that values into a variable. What is my point? So that is why I'm just using that variable. So this is an advantage of using a variable. You don't have to declare the values again and again. Now, why do we need a variable? Yes or no? Yes, the
Yes.
similar fact when
Yes.
I want to do multiplication, I'll not again write A is equal to 10. If my value is 100, then I might write A is equal to 100 because now see, 100 is different and 10 is different. Now I need to declare a new variable, so I'll call here as like E or maybe a number 1. Now this is going to change. Got it? So number 1 and also number 2. Right. And now if I want like fifth year, so this is what you can declare a variable. But if you want to use an existing variable, why do you write the same coding again and again? You already know you have assigned the values to a variable. So now this is a new value, so I need to use a variable. So when I say a result is equals to number 1 into number 2, then we get result. What is the result? Result. See, 5,000. 100 into 50 is nothing but a 5,000. Got it? Now, in the similar fashion, if I want to use, now I want to do division. So I'm not with number 1, number 2. If I want to do it on the same operation, so I'll say number 1 divided by number 2. Right? So I need to store in a variable. So I'll say result 1 because see, the name has to be different or it will override the existing value. So when I say result 1, I say print 2, so it will give me the output whatever the number is been divisible. This 100 divided by 50, that output will be 2. Clear? Got it? How do you do you this arithmetic operation? addition,
Yes.
subtraction, multiplication, division. Now we are going to come to the new topic called as a modulus. Okay, but here the point to remember is that okay, I'll explain in modulus, exponent, and flow division. What after this three, which one do you know? Out of this three, modulus, exponent, and flow division, which one do you know?
Mm, I don't know three of them.
Okay, we knew this at least this four.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. So now modulus. What is modulus? Okay, so this is addition. This is subtraction. What is speaking of subtraction? I'm very good in English. Subtraction. This is nothing but a multiplication, division. This is modulus. Now, what is modulus? Now we try to perform mathematical calculation. In mathematics, when I want to divide a value, so what are the values? Like suppose if I show him a page, okay, hold on, I'll show you something on the screen. That is what you will be able to understand. This is my paint visible, paint. So when I was in the school, the way to do a division, I learned this way. See, this was the operator when I wanted to learn a division, right? So I used to write a value over here. Suppose now you are writing a value over here, well as 100, okay? And I want to divide it by a certain value, maybe called let's say 25, right? So what is this 25 and what is this 100 called as? What is this 100 called as? This was called as a dividend. Yes or no? This is called as a dividend. This is called as a
Yes. Divisor.
this is called as a this is called as a divisor. Here we get whatever the output is called as a quotient,
Question.
and whatever we divide. Now 25 fours are right, 25 fours are 100, right? So now what is the output? 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. So now this is called as a remainder. Yes or
Reminder.
no? This
Yeah.
is divisor, which we divide 100. The value we write within
Yes.
this operator is called as a dividend. The above value which we get is called as a quotient, and here what we get is a remainder. So when you use a modulus, whatever the remainder you get is an output. Got it? So in this case, what is the remainder? Zero.
Zero.
So if I divide 100 by 25 when using modulus, see, I'm not using division, I'm using modulus. So when I use a modulus, what I get is an output is a remainder. And when you use a division, you get this question. So I'm saying, return, listen to me very carefully. When I use a division symbol, I'll show you practically. When I use a division symbol, the output I get on my screen is nothing but a question. When I use a modulus, I get the output as a remainder. Now the
Reminder.
concept is clear.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it practically and then see what exactly I'm trying to explain. Modulus. So I'll say same variable, now same value. Now I'll say number one. So look at it. What is the output? Here 2. Why? Because we try to divide 100 by 50. That means what? If I divide 100 divided by 50, right? So what is the remainder of this case? Here, what is divisor? Divisor is 50. Yes or no?
50.
Dividend is
Yeah.
100. So what is the
100.
quotient over here? What is the quotient
2.
over here? 2.
2.
What is the remainder? 0. Because
0.
100 is completely divisible by 50, right? So remainder is
Yeah.
0. Got
0.
it? That is why when you use the division, you get a question. Now, in the similar fashion, if I copy this line and I do it on the modulus, so what is the symbol of modulus? It is percentage. Yes,
Percentage.
percentage. Because yesterday, percentage symbol was there on my laptop. Today, it is not there. What is that? I will explain that now. So, percentage symbol. And now, when I'll store in a new variable, maybe like what as a result to, uh, if I say
Mm,
print
result.
result So now I get the what I get is a this remainder. Okay. So did I write something wrong? Number one. Output is 5,000.
Oh, you didn't put it as result 2, you just mentioned result.
I've written result, right? So this is what I thought. Okay. See, the output is 0
0.
because the remainder is completely divisible. Now what I'll do is that instead of number 1, can I pass through values? Let's see. When I say 13 divided by 3. Now tell me, now this 13 is completely divisible till which number? Till 12. Yes or no? 3 fours are 12. So 3 is a
Yeah,
divisor, 13 is a dividend, 4 is the quotient, and what is the remainder? So I divide 13 by 3, right?
2.3.
No, remainder is 1. Because see, 3 fours are 12, na? 3 fours are 12.
Yeah,
3 fours are 12. So that is what? What is the remainder? It will not completely
yeah,
divisible.
1.
Whatever the first value it will find, the remainder is 1. So the output will be 1.
1.
But in the similar
Yeah,
fashion,
got
if I say 27 by 7. So till which number this 27 is divisible? 7 threes are 21, right?
it. These
7
are
twos are
21.
14, 7
6.
threes are 21. If I say 7 fours are, it will become 28. So 7 threes are
20,
21. So the
21.
divisor is 7, dividend is 27. What is the question? 3. 7 threes are
3.
21. So 27
Then
minus 21. Right, 27 minus 7, 27 minus 21. So what will be the remainder?
6.
Yes, the output will be
6.
6. Got it? So modulus returns you the remainder, whatever the remainder is there. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
No. Now next is exponent. Exponent. Now exponent is nothing but when you want to find a square of a number, when you want to find a cube of a number, when you want to find the fourth number of a number. Maybe suppose number, if I write num1 is equals to 4. Okay. And I say num1 star of 2. See what I'm saying. And I am showing the result, call it the result 3. Result 3 is equals to. If I print is a function which is used to display the result on the when we say na when we go to the Xerox copy shop, right, photocopy shop,
Hmm.
and we give the soft copy and we give the hard copy, you say, भैया कुछ copy निकालना. Do you understand Hindi
Yeah,
completely
yes.
or partially?
Not maybe partially.
Okay, great. No, because sometimes see when you it's not my ancestor, but I know those terms, I know those vocabulary. Sometimes when you speak in
Mm-hmm.
English, when Hindi, it is clearly understandable, right? Because none of our
Yeah,
Indians are born with this English language. All right. So sometimes I'll
yes.
try to speak. If you understand, it's okay. If you don't understand, it's fair enough. You can just tell me, sir, and you can understand this terms of Hindi. Okay.
Okay.
So now when I say result, right? Now see, number one, we have called as a food. So when I'm talking about exponent, but what is exponent mechanism? This is not exponent. I'm using the single star. So what is the meaning of single star? Single star means multiplication. We have
Division.
learned few
Sorry.
seconds ago. Multiplication. So when I say num1 into 2, so what is the value of num1? It is 4. When I say
4.
4 into 2, what will be the output? 2.
8.
Yes or no? When I say
Yeah,
num1 into 3, what will be the output?
12.
12. Right. If I change this num1 from 4 to 12, now what will be the output?
36.
36.
36. Right. So this is a normal mathematical calculation. But what
Mm.
exponent means is that exponent means when you want to find out the square of a number, cube of a number, fourth number of a number, 10 number of a number. So you use a double asterisk instead of single asterisk. Single asterisk stands for normal multiplication. Double asterisk stands for exponent. Exponent means what? Power with base of 10. Power. Okay. So when I say number one, now we get the same value 4. And I'll say now number one exponent of 2. So exponent means what? Power. So what will be the answer? 16 because the square of 4 is 16.
60.
If I make 5, the square of 5 is 25. Got it? So in similar fashion, when I say 3, right? Now what is the cube of 5?
125.
25, 7 by 125. The output has to be 125. Similarly, when I say 2 of cube root, it will be 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8.
8.
Got it? So similarly, if you
Yeah.
want to take the fourth root, and if I say 10, so let's see what is the value. It is 10,000. You
10.
need 10, 100,000, 10,000. Okay, so exponent means when you're trying to take the square of a number, third number, fourth number, whatever, how many you want. Got it? So let's see 5 times how much is the value. It is 1 lakh. You need 10, 100,000, 10,000 lakh. Got it? Remember the difference
Yes.
between one star. When I say one star, it will be 50. It is going to multiply. It is not going to be exponent. So when I make it double star, it is going to be an power to the 10 to the power of 5. Clear? So this is an exponent.
Yes. Clear.
Now, next one is modulus, exponent, and last one is floor divisor. What is that called as? Floor
Flow division.
divisor. Now, what floor division does is that, we'll tell you. Uh, right, maybe I'll take the value called as the num1 is equals to 25. Num2 is equals to 5. Okay. And I'll say num1 divide by num2. I'll store in a variable called as the result 4. Right. It's not necessary you need to do that. You can do this way as well. You can print over here. But I don't want to show you any illogical method. I want to be a proper method. Later on, when you get into the industry, you know how to do the things. But first, initially start to learn in a systematic manner. Because when you're raw heads, you get trained very easily and you get into the shape properly. But when you're a trained head, so a trained head doesn't learn very easily in people. The problem is if I want to do certain things into data science, which I'm working with Intel right now, also associated with IBM and Barclays, where I'm working as a consultant to them and launching the artificial intelligence workshops all over the India, domestic and international as well. So I'm taking care of that part in IBM company. I'm one of the members of the IBM. So Intel, I started working now recently since 2 months. Thank you so much for myself. So this is how you get, but it's an overall experience of 10 years, which I started my journey 10 years ago after completion of my degree in 2014. It takes time. So I just want to teach you in a systematic way because discipline is such a kind of a thing you quickly reach to the peak of success. I don't want to share the see a lot of people, YouTube, you might find different things. A lot of people have their own methodologies. I'm not saying I'm the only person, but the thing is that if you're a raw brain, if you already teach them in a proper and systematic way, they can be shaped in a proper way. Once they get trained, and then you try to reshape them, that it is very difficult one. Got it? So from the beginning one day, I always make sure the teams who attend my training workshops, the sessions or the whatever the tools, they need to be taught in a such a manner so they get into the shape from the beginning only. Because ultimate goal is what you're learning here. You don't want to be a research scientist, right? You're not going to spend 5 years in research for this work. You're going to utilize this for your job purpose, right? So let's write it. So if I say result 4, now when I say num1 divided by num2. So what is the output? What will be the output? 5,
5.
5 is a 25. Instead of 25, if I say 27 now, what will be the output? What is the return of the division? It will give you the question, yes or no. So what is the question? 5 5 is 25. So it will give 5 point something. It will properly divisible. Division will do a proper division. 5 5 is 25, then remainder is 2, then take a 0, then 0 means point over there, 5 4 is 20. So you know that what is proper division, yes or no? How did this 5.4 occur? Is it clear? Do you
Yes.
understand how
Yeah.
does 5 it's a completely division means what it divides completely, right? So now, if I use the floor division, so how does floor division understand is that? So when you use the double backslash, double, this is called the front slash, sorry. This is the front slash, right? So I use a double front slash. So now look at the output. I'm using the same value. First I'll say 25, then I'll show you the output. See, look at, have a close look at the output. This is division and this is floor division. What difference you are able to see? What is the difference between
Oh,
a division and a floor division?
floor division gives the number without the decimal,
Yes,
like nearest
that is
value
what,
it gives.
right. So can I say in a simpler words that the division gives me a decimal output, right? So this gives me a
Yeah.
decimal output. And when I say floor division, it gives me an integer as an output. So what
Yes.
floor division does is that whatever the value after point, it discards that value. It gives you the whole number as an output. So whole number means what? Only the real number. Whatever is, no, what do you say? Whatever is after the point, it will discard that value. So whatever it is that only the values before point, it will keep that value. The whole number, that is the whole number. If I change it from 25 to 27, in the division, this 5.4, yes or no? So it is 5.4. Now if I
Mm.
make it floor division, it will give me only 5. So what floor
Fine.
division does is that removes the values after point. It discards in a proper, we can say in a systematic way or a computer language, it discards the value which are after point. Right? So similarly, if I keep it 1, if I say 29, so let's see, it should be like something 5.8. Yes, it is 5.8. Now, if I make it floor division, what will be the output? Only
Fine.
5. Because after value point, it will be 2. Right? If I we can change anything, 33, and I said 2 now, so see, 16. Right. And if I divide it, it should be 16 point something. See, right? So it will discard the
Yeah.
value after the point. This is called as a floor division. I hope till here it is clear. What is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division? Modulus. Modulus means what? The output is always the remainder of the operation. Whatever the remainder you receive, it will be shown as an output. Exponent means to the power, right? Used to the base. We say it as base to the base 10, right? It is to the base 10. So 4 power to the power of 2, 4, q 4 to the power of 4, that is called as an exponent. So it is indicated by double star, single star multiplication. Then nothing is for the floor division. Floor division is used to find out the real values, right? This study is just same like division. The only thing is that it gives you the whole number. It discards the value of the decimal point. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
All right. Now I wanted to show you something over here before we could move to the next part. I tried to perform an operation on integers only. Suppose if the value changes this way, if I make it high, right? And if I say b is equals to I Sangram, my name is Sangram, okay? If I say this
Yeah.
way, a plus b. Now we have learned in the mathematics since my school days till to date, we have learned that we can do operations on integers, right? If it if it is on the numbers, I can say in a proper way, numbers, that is integers or decimals, right? So when it's a float number, it is also okay. Now data I'm trying to pass to the variables, this is a text format, right? HI is a text, Sangram is a text. If I try to do a plus b, which is a text value, so what will be the output? The output will be I Sangram. So look at it. If I say C is equal to A plus B and I say print C, look at it. Output will be I Sangram. Why? Because see, this value is a text, this value is a text. So you can concatenate. This is then not even addition. See, addition and concatenation are two different words. Now, addition means what? They try to sum up. When it is 10 plus 20, 10 plus 2, 20, addition means what? We are trying to do a sum of it. We are trying to do a sum of it. So here, when the value is text, when I say high plus some gram, it is not doing a sum. It is doing a concatenation. Do you know what is concatenation? Concatenation means what? Joining two different things. That's called as a concatenation. Got it? So when you try to use a data type of text format, you do a concatenation. Now is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes. But the question I know in your mind is if the value is one value is text and another value is integer, like 230. Now tell me what will be the output. Now we
I
have
too
seen
think.
with both the values are numbers, we can say both the values are text. Now we are doing hybrid. We are trying to do a hybridization. So what will be the output? The output will be throw an error. It will throw an error. So
Okay.
this error can only concatenate string, not integer to string. That means what? Can only concatenate string to string. See, forget in this, do not just focus on this part as of now. Read this entire sentence. Can only concatenate string to string. That means what? This value is string,
Yeah.
then this value also will be string. Now, if I change this value over here, see, if I instead of here, if I say 230 over here, and if I say high over here, right? Now it will not say string. Now it will say one separate time. See, now it is saying int and string. Because see, Python is an interpreted language, so it is reading this way. That means what? When you change the type of the value, that means what? If of the values both are numbers, right? So you can do whatever the mathematical operations you want. If you use both are text, you can do an arithmetic operation. But if one is integer or number type and one is the text, you cannot do any kind of addition or you cannot do any kind of a concatenation. So you need to convert one of the type. One of both the values has to be of same data type. That is called homogeneous. If it's heterogeneous, the meaning of heterogeneous is different. If the values are different, then you cannot perform an arithmetic operation. Clear? So what you can do is that you can just again say good morning, and now the output will be good morning. Hi. Remember this thing. This is something called as a output. This is something called as a logic. That if the values are of same nature, we can do a sum or we can do a concatenation. But if the values are of different data types, then it is right. Same either you need to concatenate, you need to make it of same data type, or I cannot do any operation on it. Clear? Got it? In here?
Yeah, got.
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Next operator is called an assignment operator. What operator do you call it? Assignment operator. So what all comes under the assignment operator? What is equal to one increment and what is decrement? So what is equal to, I'll tell you. So when I say variable one, right? I need to know from you. So if I write this way, one var, is it the right way to define a variable? If I write this way, one var, is it the right way to define a variable?
No.
No. Why? Because we cannot start a
We cannot
variable with
start with
integer or
number.
a number, you can say. So we can put it over. If I say it this way, is it okay if I write this way, var underscore one?
Yes, correct.
Is it okay? Okay. If I use at the rate,
Yes.
if I use at the rate, it is okay. No, it is not
No, only
okay.
underscore.
Only
No,
special,
only no.
only special character we can use is the underscore. Okay, so when I say var one, and if I say hello, right, I'll show you with the values of normal 100, and if I say variable two is equals to like 700, and when I what equal to which what equal to which trying to assign the values to the variable. Assignment operator, assignment. See, assignment is what? Assigning something to someone. Now you're working as a business analyst. So when you are hired, so they might have said you are assigned to the business analyst team. When I was hired, they have said me, you're assigned to the machine learning department. That is what assigning means putting you to that particular thing. So when on the right hand side, you need to remember the value which are on the right hand side of the equal to. So this is an equal to. So whatever on the right hand side are called as values, and whatever is on the left hand side called as variables. So equal to operator is called an assignment operator. This equal to operator is called an assignment operator. Is used to assign the values to the variables. What I say, I repeat it again for the confirmation. Assignment operator is indicated with del of equal to. So how do you say you are? equal to operator is called an assignment operator, which is used to assign the values to the variables. So what are values? The values are nothing but the part which is on the right hand side of equal to, and what are variable part which is on the left hand side of equal to. So this is called an equal to operator. That is indicated with the equal to operator. The next is increment and decrement. Now what is increment and decrement? Right. Now if I say print here, if I say print var one. Okay. So this is equal to. This is for an assignment. Now when I say print one, what is the output? 100. Okay. Now next one is increment. Okay. Increment. So what increment does? Now I'll show you. If I want to copy this part only, variable one, variable two. Now I want to increase this value of 100 with a certain value. Maybe I want to increment it by 5. So how do you do that? You do with the help of increment. Why do you need an increment and decrement? And whatever we are learning, there's a chain of it. So you need to understand we are going according to the chain. I'm not trying to teach you certain all of random. It's a proper sequence. I'm trying to teach you the ABCD of the this particular language. When you learn ABCD, when you're promoted to the next class, you learn A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. When you're promoted to the next class, you form a sentence, an apple in a day keeps dropped away. Ball you used to play, or maybe a ball is an object that you used to play on the ground, something. A cat is an animal. So when you're going moving to the next level, so your way of understanding the language will improve. It's like starting from the scratch, A, B, C, D. Okay, if you want to be a proper trainer analyst, you have to learn it from the scratch. So I want to increment this value by 5. So how do we do that? With the help of increment operator. Look at it, increment operator. See, it is plus is equal to. When I say variable what? See, I want to make the increment in the existing variable. I want to increment the value which is already there, like 100. I need to increment it by 5. So how do you do that? Variable 1 plus equal to, that is, this is an operator, increment value, plus equal by how much I want to increment by 5. So when I say print variable 1,
It should be variable
now
underscore one.
we're here. Yes, thank you. See, here when I printed variable 1, I got an output called as 100. Because 100. I'm doing the same thing. I have a variable 1 called as 100. I'm printing the same variable called as variable underscore 1. But between these two lines, I'm using one more line which I didn't use over here. Okay. So look at it.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to do output will not be 100, the output will be 105. Back of the screen, so behind this screen, that is what, not on my face, it's on the screen. So this Python is an interpreter, it's a translator. So how it is trying to translate? So variable 1 is equals to, so this plus is equal to 5. How it is divided, I'll tell you. So this variable 1 is equals to variable 1 variable 1 plus 5. So this is what is working on the behind. So this one, this is like 5. So variable 1. So what is the variable 1 value? It is like 100. 100, and then we are trying to do an increment of plus 5. So 100 plus 5, 105. And then after doing this operation, that as I said, after doing operation, till now we used a new variable. See, this after like A plus B, like high plus 1. Now we're trying to assign it to variable called C, and then we're trying to pass the value C. We are using a new variable, right? C, or you can see result 4. Here, what we are trying to do is an increment. We are not using a new variable. After the addition, we're trying to assign the value to the same variable, the existing variable. If I use a new variable over here, okay, if I say instead of variable 1, if I say variable 3, got it? So look at it. If I print variable 3, what is the out? Let me comment this part. Mean where 3 is not defined. Because what is happening when they are plus this, but I'm trying to then increment. So behind the scene, what is happening? variable 3 equals to variable 3 plus 5. But to increment this variable 3 by 5, first we need to define the value of variable 3. Do you see any variable 3 over here? We don't see any variable 3 in this block of cell. That is why it is not able to identify what is the value of variable 3. Unless until we don't define a value to this variable, how can we increment with 5? Your point. But when we are trying to write this line of a code, variable 1 plus 5, you already have declared na variable 1 is 100. This is why it is replacing this variable with 100, and then you try to do an increment with 5. And then we are assigning back the same value to this variable 1. Got it? What is happening? Is
Yes.
it clear or
Yeah, it is clear.
I'm running it? Well, say,
One. Oh,
yeah. Now, the $1 billion question, it's you're on a hot seat. If I say variable 1 plus equal to 5, and if I say print variable 1, what will be the output now? Look at the screen. What will be the output and tell me? This is called as a logic building. You get paid in the company for the logic building because I want you to be a software developer, not a typewriter. Quickly, you get only 10
one
seconds in a
ten. 110.
0, 105,
110.
110. Why? Justify why.
Because we have written two times the same operation. So it
Okay, I've
calculates
written two
twice.
terms. Great. So what's I'll tell you how it is happening because when you're going to certain, we need to justify. Initially, the value of variable one is 100. So I did an increment of 5. So now the value of variable one is 105. Yes or no? Now when I'm trying to
Yes.
do a next operation, Python is an interpreter language. That means what? It will do a line by line reading. So it read this line, then it read this line. And now at this stage, it is holding a value of 105. So when it is going to go for this line of a code, how it is going to do at the back end is the same way. Variable 1 is equals to variable 1 plus 5. So now what is the
5.
variable, latest value of variable 1? That is 105. And that is we
Hmm.
are trying to do an increment of 5. So what is going to be the output? 110. This 110 will be assigned back to this variable called as variable 1. That is why we are getting output 110. Now if I again say variable 1 plus equals to 100. If I say print variable 1, what will be the output?
210.
What will, huh?
210.
What will 210, right? Because the latest value is 110, and now we are adding 100, so the output will be 210.
10.
Clear? Got it?
Yes. Yeah, got it.
Yes. Now, when I say decrement, now decrement means what? When trying to decrease the value. When I say variable 1 minus is equals to
Minus
5. Now, what is happening at the back end? Just like increment, so it is decrement. Variable 1 is equals to variable 1 minus 5. So, what is the value of variable 1 as of now? What is
100.
the value of
100.
variable 1?
100.
No, it's not 100. Need this value. It's
Okay.
200
210. Okay. Okay.
because now
210
variable
minus
1 is holding 210. Would you put? So now 210 minus 5. What will be the output? 1
205.
205. 205.
5.
So this 205 will be assigned back to the variable called as the variable 1. So when I say print variable underscore 1, so what will be the output?
205.
205. Got it. Similarly, if I
Yes.
copy this part and if I print it over here, instead of 5, if I said 10, now what will be the output?
195.
195. If I copy this part and if I paste it again, now what will be the output? What will be the output? output will be 90.
95. 75.
205. Here it should be 195. Must be some uh, mathematical calculation. Might be we are not able to do a proper calculation. So not so you can just try to keep it yourself. But I hope you understood the logic. It should be 195, right? I'm sorry, 95. Then was something plus or minus. This should have happened. I should maybe I have run this code twice. That can also be reason. Okay. Clear, but have you understood how this works? This
Yes.
implement, right? So
Yeah.
now if I say like this way, if I say number one, if I say hello, if I say num1 plus equals to 10, if I say print num1, what will happen? If I say num1 is equals to hello and num1 plus is equal to 10, what will be the output?
Error.
Yes, because see, this num1 is text and this is incrementing with integer. Can we do an
Yes.
increment with text and integer?
No.
No. We'll see the same output. See, can only concatenate string to
Then
string.
string to string.
Okay, got it? Clear?
Yeah.
But if
Got
I say 15 here, what will be the output?
60.
60. If I say hi, if I say welcome. Now,
Hi, welcome.
got it clear? Because now these
Yeah.
two
Got
are of similar data types, right? This is also text and this is also hybrid will not work. Clear? In the similar fashion, if I
yes.
say multiplication, see, I've done increment and decrement, but it's not an increment and decrement. You can try with multiplication as well, multiplication and also division. Okay.
Error.
Now see, what is showing we cannot multiply, right? Now, why do you think
Mm.
that we got this out error? We cannot multiply. What is can be there? Have you ever tried to see, ever tried to multiply a text with text? You cannot do a, I never learned to do a multiplication of text with text, right? So you cannot do a multiplication. If it was the value of 5 and if it was like integer, right? Maybe 12. So it can do multiplication. Backend, how it is happening? This way. It's happening this way. Num1 is equals to num1 into 5. What is the value of
Five.
num1? It is 12
12.
into
12 into
5. And then assigning back the value. What is the output? 60. Then assigning the
6.
60 back to the variable, follow the num1. So that the output was 60. But if it was an integer, sorry, it was a text, we can answer. Have you ever tried to do a high into welcome? We can never perform, right? We have already
Yes.
performed multiplication and division, only, or even subtraction. When if you try to do a subtraction with this text will not work. Only see, addition will work, but that is not called as an addition. That is called as concatenation. Addition and concatenation is different. Concatenation means what? Trying to join two things, and addition means what? Trying to sum up. This is also not true. But it only addition is working, but yet it is not doing it to add. It is trying to concatenate. I hope you
Yeah.
got the difference between concatenate and addition. Addition means what? Trying to sum up.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah. Got it.
Right. So let's stop over here and practice whatever has been taught today, and then we'll continue tomorrow. All right?
Oh, I have a question. Like, when we'll get the drive access of the recorded classes?
You need to speak to Harry.
Okay. Actually,
The
I
guy that
asked, like, I
what?
already have asked, like, he told it depends on the trainer. So,
Okay. Let's have a session tomorrow, and then I'll speak to him and I'll ask you to give the permissions to the drive. Okay. By this
okay.
week, you'll receive an update.
Okay.
Okay.
And also the document which you are presenting, like, the uh, texted one, like, the
This
written
one.
document, like, yeah, not
Okay.
this one.
I'll update.
PDF you are, yeah, you are explaining while you're. teaching?
This is not, I don't have a PDF. I do it programmatically.
Oh,
I don't have any theoretical. If
yesterday
you
you
want,
have
what I do is,
presented some theory notes, right? That one.
yes. So to for that presentation part, I give a reference that this is the reference book that you can refer through. So from that reference, you
Okay.
can find that answer, right? If you want to do an integral, right, whatever you want to do a theoretical instead. So I have a reference link. So you can go to that reference link, and from there you can find that one-to-one which you want. You got it?
Yeah, okay.
But I will say again and again, you use that reference, but still it comes to the same thing. 99%, if you're into getting into the software industry, you need to know how to do the things by coding. Means that is what practical.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry. I am not giving you an excuse, but for that, I'll give the reference. From there, you will find every minute details for your theoretical part. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's meet tomorrow and let's continue the rest of it. And practice whatever has been taught today so that the result is
Okay.
there. Okay. Bye bye. Take
Sure.
care and have a good day
Uh,
ahead.